I'm going to tell you now how to prevent that relapse. A sudden physical action disrupts a mental loop. When the brain is in an internal argument, as the subconscious part urges you to use, to eat, to swallow, to snort, to inject, whatever, it's only doing what it has been erroneously trained to do. But those parts of the brain are intrinsically connected to the rest of the body. So if left to it, those parts of the brain will get stuck in persistence of what they've been trained to persist for. But if something suddenly happens to the body, those parts of the brain redirect attention, because the body is as much their job as much as telling you to do what it's been trained to tell you to do is their job. Take the reward centre, for example, the primary component to addiction. Like, there's lots, but that's kind of the primary one. It's distracted from craving by sudden physical action. As we've discussed further elsewhere, the reward centre is designed to release dopamine to reward us for effort. And that's what addiction mucks up, but that's how it's designed. And then to motivate us in anticipation of reward for effort. Drastic physical action is strongly connected to effort in the brain. So the reward centre pays attention to the physical action in anticipation of potential reward, thus distracted from its persistence to use. The amygdala is another great example. It's the fear response centre of the brain, fight or flight, and it gets all up in addiction and craving. Alerted to possible threat as the brain goes into this inner conflict with itself, then it joins forces to compel an addicted person to use, to perceive wrongly perceived threat. But if something suddenly happens to the body, then it's immediately diverted to a new threat, and actually one that it prioritises, because survival is its highest priority, and a physical threat could be more fatal than a neurological one. So it switches its attention.